to say, take a second. What's going on? Take a second and say we praying for the people in Florida. The hurricane is doing a lot right now. Was doing a lot, and is a lot of people losing their homes. A lot is going on. Hey, lady, a lot is going on. So I just want to take a moment to say that before the show. And my guest, look who showed up. Look who showed up. My guest today, if you don't know, is a super dope female that I have the pleasure of knowing personally. I've watched this lady growth. I met her as a poet, artist. I mean, what doesn't she do? Hip hop. I think she sings. She probably can even break dance. I don't know, baby. She do it all. But what she's doing right now, her artistry is taking her all across the country, and she is a beautiful violinist. She works with the children. She's a fashionista. I mean, the girl be clean. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, welcome B Darus.
Hey,
Hey, Miss Lady. So
hey now.
how are you today?
I'm doing well. My day has been going good.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm in good spirits. I'm blessed. Too blessed to be stressed. Ain't nothing gonna get me down. Period.
For sure.
So
Greatest attitude.
so for those who don't know you, I know I said a lot of great things about you, but for those who don't know you, who are you? Who is Belle
I
Dares?
I am Bill. I am a entrepreneur, professional violinist, and a mogul. I
Oh,
do a lot of businesses. I'm just blessed right now. I'm a mother. I'm a daughter. You know, I'm
okay.
living my life.
Yes, you are, and living your life, you are. So, when I first met you, you were more into the poetry, hip hop side of things, and that's where I met you at, right?
Correct. We met at Mic Check back in the day when I was hosting Mic Check. You hosted Mic Check before
I
we
did.
was jamming back in them Queen of Sheba days.
Mhm. So,
Yeah.
how did you get into playing the violin? Were you always First of all, let's roll it back. What part of St. Louis did you grow up in?
So I grew up half in North County and half in North City.
Okay.
So I got half and half. Definitely North Side, Kossuth and Redbud, just St. Louis, my grandparents' crib. So it was dope. It taught me a lot living in both of those areas. Like, it taught me a lot about people. Then I went to Lindbergh High School,
Mm.
and that taught me a whole nother side of things. So, shout
Okay.
out to Lindbergh, all my flyers. What's up, y'all?
She said, "What's up to Lindbergh?" Okay. So how did?
Yeah, because we be getting hated on, but we was in DC. We still lived in the hood. We was just,
Yeah, I
we was
did. Yeah, D said
getting
was
bust out.
because that was the next question I was gonna ask. How did you come from the north side of St. Louis and end up being so diverse in so many different things, especially the violin? Because I don't know many people from the hood that play the violin. So how did you actually get off into that?
So both of my parents are musicians. My mom is a pianist and my dad is a guitarist. So I was probably gonna do something in music, period. But they
Mm-hmm.
said I saw the violin on TV around Christmas time, and I asked could I have it, and they got it for me, and I started taking lessons in third grade,
Mm-hmm.
and I kept playing from third till 12th grade. And then when I went to college, they didn't have, orchestra at my school. So I taught kids lessons back then just to make extra money when I was in college and keep it going. And then when I came back to St. Louis, it was at some point that I was about to quit, but I ended up getting a call to be in an all female band. And from there, it just took off. And it was a Aloha band. It was an all girl band called What She Said. And, from there, it just took off.
Okay, I didn't know that you was in an all girl band. That's
Yep.
dope.
I was in an all girl band and a country western band with
What?
people from St. Louis. Yeah.
Wow, that just shows how diverse the music scene is in St. Louis for real. It's we got a lot of dope artists in St. Louis. So how
And so,
and for real. So you are classically trained? Is that where you
yes,
firstly
I
started?
started off in a method called the Suzuki method. That's the same method that everybody who ever took violin in school, that's the method we started with. It's called the Suzuki method. And I just took it from then until 12th grade. But I could always play by ear. So, in high school and just period in life, I used to be playing whatever songs was on the radio. I was winning contests as a little kid playing the violin. Like, it's something I always did.
That's kind of dope. That's real super dope for real. Cause I don't know, a lot of people are, excuse me, can play by ear. Not a lot of people can play by ear. Most people read music. So
Yeah,
you
and
do
I read
both.
music too, but if I heard a song, some songs I can play it instantly, and some
Mm.
songs I had to practice it, but I'm gonna get it.
So are there different? Because I'm not versed in the violin world. I know it's a string instrument, right?
Yes, it's the soprano string instrument. So the string instruments are the violin, the viola, the cello, and the bass. So the violin is the soprano voice or the soprano string instrument.
Okay, the high pitch. Because that was the next
Yeah.
question. Like, how many different brands are there? Can you play all of them? Can you play the bass if you play
No.
one? Okay, so it's
I
not like.
mean, I could probably play around, like act like I'm playing, or you know what I'm saying. But no, each one has a different scale. So my notes, we all have the same notes, but like a viola has a C string, and my instrument doesn't have a C string. So we just have different, we have different tones and
Okay,
notes.
yeah, because the bass is super for like a deep tones,
Exactly.
more sex.
That's the bass.
Yeah,
That's the
real
bass voice,
sexy.
and then the cello is like the tenor,
Mhm.
and then the viola is like the alto
Okay, teach me
in the
something. Cause
orchestra.
yeah, cause I
Yeah,
know how they all sound different, but when you don't know, you just don't know, and it's okay to say you don't know.
yeah, and
So
it is. It's okay.
yeah. So when did you know that you were like on to something? Cause you play. What's dope about you is because, like you said, you can play by ear. So what's dope about you is that, and it just blows everybody mind that you play like you could play anything. I mean, like anything, any hip hop genre, any R&B, country, anything, and it's kind of dope to hear like our favorite songs. You can even play "Sexy Red," baby, anything on the violin. So when did you know that that was a thing, or you just started doing it, or one day it just came to you, or how did that come about?
Um, like I said, when I was young, once I realized I could play by ear, I used to be playing all the songs back then that was on the radio on Kasuth. Me and my friends would be on the
Mm.
porch singing, and I'd be straight playing the violin in the hood and everything. But we I just picked it up. But I feel like it's because my family, my mom, like I said, my mom play piano still to this day at the church over on Kings Highway. Shouts out to Christ Pilgrim Rest, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Right across the street from the Urban League building, from the Sears building. That's my family church. So I grew up in church. My
Okay.
dad play guitar and he play organ. So my
Okay.
family just into music. And he still play. Me and him just did a gig last week.
Dang, that's dope too. That's dope. So, okay, it's a couple of things that I want to ask you about. One is your connection with the Cardinals, because you've been there multiple times, and you even have a Cardinal theme song, right? You are a part of a Cardinal theme
Yeah.
song, right? So tell the
So
listeners
I
about that.
I honestly don't have a major connection with the Cardinals. People just hire me to play at the stadium.
Mm.
So my one big opportunity, um it was called Table for Four. It was a fundraiser event that I actually got to play on the field at, and they had put my name like on the big screen
Mm.
and everything. That was like a really dope moment. But again, somebody hired me to
Oh,
play there.
okay.
So
Okay.
and then as far as the song is super dope, and I feel like the Cardinals definitely should pick it up.
They.
But
Mm.
Michael B. Witt is a country singer who I met, and Elizabeth Danielle. had told me to. I actually met him on Instagram. I had messaged him. I was like, "Hey, I like your music. You doing your thing. You know, if you ever want to work together, holla at me." Because I had already been in a country western band. So
Mm.
like a couple weeks later, Elizabeth Danielle asked me to come by the studio to connect and do some music, and I ended up going, and it was him. And I was like, "Neg, I just told him we should, you know, saying do something." And the song is super dope. Shouts out to Capo. Shouts out to JD. Everybody who had a part of that.
Mm.
But that was, you know, that's his project. So I'm hoping it blow up because it's definitely October and the song called Red October. I need to add that to my story or something real quick.
Right, for
Bring it back
real,
up.
for
Tag the
real.
Cardinals.
Okay, it's called, for those who might want to look it up. It's called Red October, and it's by
Michael B. Witt.
Michael B. Witts. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So you have been. That's like to see your name on the big jumbotron at the Cardinal Stadium. Like, what was that experience for you? Like, how mind blowing was that?
That was dope. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't expect that. I didn't know they was gonna do that. So
Mm,
to see it, it was like, wow, like I felt good because I'm from St. Louis. So, you know, I
right.
grew up going to the Cardinal Stadium. So it was just like, thank you, God. I just be thanking God. I stay very grateful and just, you know, thankful because I know I started from the bottom. So I just be thankful for every opportunity.
Okay. So is that, because that's what I want to know. Like, what was like the biggest moment for you that playing the violin? What was your like aha moment? I made it. Like, this is dope. Am I really doing this? Was it that, or was it something else?
Um, I feel like I've had those moments throughout my career. I've
Mm,
had different moments that made me feel that way throughout my career because I've done some really cool stuff, and you know, sometimes it do be like kind of mind blowing, but it be like surreal. Like I can't
mm.
believe I'm here, but I gotta still, you know, keep my game face on and still perform, still, you know, deliver.
Right. Cause I know I saw you perform with David Band. Like, you perform with all kind of people. So was it a moment where you performed with maybe somebody that you just like an idol in music, or maybe just a regular person that might be doing an amazing job in philanthropy, because you do dabble in philanthropy as well. You work with the kids, and that's something else we gonna get into. But I want a name. What was the person? You know what I'm saying? What was the person? Because I know it was
Uh,
somebody.
I don't know. Let me think. The person I would say I don't know. Like I feel like all the people like it.
Mm,
We opened up for John Legend when I was in the female band. That was in front of 10,000 people. That was a big, big moment. 10,000
mm,
people, a lot of people.
yeah.
Then I opened up for Jagged Edge with Phil Assets. Shouts out to Phil. And shouts out to my girl Ebony. That was a big moment down at Ballpark Village.
Mm,
I opened up for Anthony Hamilton. That was dope, and he was very nice to me. Anthony Hamilton was very nice.
mm. He
Um,
seemed like he real nice
so
too.
yeah, he was hella cool. And I like when people are like that too, cause I ain't gonna fan out. Like it ain't many people that I feel like I fan out for. So I
Mm.
be already cool, but you know.
Cause you from the Lou. That's what we don't do that. Come on now.
I
We
know.
don't do
That's why I
that.
feel like a lot of people be coming here though. Because
Mm.
motherfuckers barely be, you know what I'm saying? A couple people will take a picture or something, but motherfuckers don't really do too
Nah, we
much.
don't do all
Oh,
that.
I'm sorry. Am I supposed to be
Nah, you
cursing?
cool.
I'm
This
sorry.
this missed me out the dark. You know, it's the representation of who I am. So, you
For sure.
comfortable. We at home. This is home. So okay. So now getting into the philanthropy. Um, you have a camp that you do. Do you do it every summer? Tell us about the camp with the kids in Indiana.
Okay, so the camp in Indiana, I met this lady in St. Louis. She was at a performance at like a 70th birthday party, and
Mm,
she asked me would I come perform at her school, and I performed up there. And then after that, she asked me would I come teach her kids. So I used to come here. I've been coming up here for a long time, and me and her just talked about this earlier today. But I was coming up here before COVID, and actually working up here before I had a son. And I come once a month, and I had like a program where I just taught violin class 1 week out of every month in their
Okay.
school year.
Oh,
And
okay.
then after COVID, it kind of turned into more like a summer camp type thing because I had a baby, and that's a lot. I can't leave my son like that, so
Right.
I come up here on summer. But in St. Louis, I started my own summer camp to teach kids art, music, creative writing, and entrepreneurship. And we just got opportunity to do a similar project at the Gamble Center
Okay.
down off of Dr. Martin Luther King in the city.
Okay.
So we'll be at Gamble doing the after school camp from 3:30 to 5:30 every Tuesday and Thursday.
Okay. How do
So
you
that's
sign? How do you sign up for that? What's the criteria for that? You just walk in and
yep. Just walk in. It's a rec center, so it's everybody is welcome.
okay. What's the name of the camp for people
The
who might be
program
listening?
is called Teens of Tomorrow. But
Okay.
at the Gamble Center, they have activities and activations for children all day, 7 days a week.
Okay. So you can just walk in and say what?
Yep, you want to come to Teens of Tomorrow? You want to
Teens
come
of
to
tomorrow.
the after school camp?
Oh, okay.
They have a basketball court in there. Kids play basketball. They have just period in general at this site. Is it's a rec center,
Yeah.
just
It's
like Woles and all them.
mhm.
It's the same thing.
Okay. So recently you got to perform at your the school you used to go to, Gateway, right?
Yep, Gateway Middle. Hey.
Now how did that? How was that? How was that?
It was so fun, and it was a dope experience because I literally just went up there to tell people that we was finna have a event to promote our camp, the one I just thought, the after school camp. So I had knocked on the door, kind of like when school had let out, and a man came to the door and he was like, "How may I help you?" I was like, "I was wondering if I could leave some flyers up here because I wanted to talk to the students about coming to our camp and let them know that we have a camp in their area because it's right
Mhm.
around the corner from their school."
Mhm.
So the man was like, "Would you come back?" And I told him I was a violinist and everything, and he was like, "Would you come back and play for the kids um tomorrow at lunchtime?" And I was like, "Sure." And I went back the next day and told the kids about the camp and had the flyers and stuff, and then they let me perform 2 songs. So it was dope. It was a great experience. The kids was instantly turned up, and I love that. Like that's one
Mhm.
of the things that make me love what I do because it feels good to share my gift and to see people have a positive reaction.
Right. So do you think what would you tell a kid that might be interested in picking up when they see you because they sometimes that's all it takes to spark interest in something is to see somebody that they look up to or just somebody doing something that's like, dang, I think I could do that. Do you think that starting off with the violin is expensive? Is it something that's attainable? What would you tell a person
Um.
with not a lot of resources if they wanted to get off into that? What would they do?
Okay. So there is a company in St. Louis called St. Louis Strings. They have violins for rent. The rentals aren't extremely expensive. They're about $22 to $25 a month to rent a
Oh,
violin.
that's very reasonable.
So I don't think that's crazy. And it's a lease to own program. So if you want to keep it or if your child likes it, the money that you spend it goes into you actually owning it.
Oh, that's a dope idea.
Yeah, so that's one resource. And then it's another young lady. She's an African American lady that owns a violin studio. It is on the east side, but she
Mm.
does all type of lessons and outreach and stuff with kids. And I believe they have a, I don't know her rental program, but I know she has a program to teach kids specifically violin and string instruments. And that one is called the Inner Ear. And so, and then if you get a violins on Amazon,
Right.
that could just be a student violin for a kid to start.
Mm.
So, it just depends. It's one of the hardest instruments in the world to learn how to play. So it does take patience and time and stuff like that. But
Mm.
you could tell if your kid really want to do it.
Okay. Well, how would you know if a kid want to do it or not? Because you can, start a kid off on something, and kids hate everything until they really get off
Yeah.
into it. And right, they really
Okay.
got
So
to.
honestly, I wanted to quit too, but my parents didn't let me because they was
Right.
musicians. So
Mm.
but on the flip side, I feel like if it's something that you encourage them to do, they might hang in there a little longer. But usually, you gotta find what that person likes and invest in that. Cause that's to me, like certain people be trying to gear their children towards certain things, and that's
Mm.
good because you should guide your children, period. But like, find out what they like because that's what they gonna probably stick with,
Right.
what they really like.
Okay, and speaking of children, because I knew you for the longest with no kids. You didn't have a kid. And then when you had a little baby, I was like, oh my God. And you had a boy. I was like, he is going to be riding and he going to be playing the violin. How do you feel about your baby playing the violin? And are you, just motherhood as a whole and the whole experience?
My son does take violin lessons.
Mm.
I don't think he like it, so but he like music, period. So we'll see. I know he gonna play something. He's more of a singer songwriter. He be writing all songs and making up stuff, and
Really?
he's cool.
How old
Yeah,
is he
he's a really
now?
cool kid. He's very smart.
Mm.
He's in second grade. He's 5 years old. He got it. My baby got the juice. So I just trying to guide him in the right direction. I am a
Right.
single parent, and it's been a very shouts out to everybody who just stepping up, taking care of their kids.
Yeah,
Period.
shouts
Like I
out.
salute all the parents, man,
That's
because
right, for
this is
real.
the future, man. So it's like, how can you not care like about the future? Period. Like I don't know.
I
It's
don't
kind
know
of
either.
wild, but
Cause you definitely got to care. Somebody got to care. Because if we don't
yeah,
care, then that's why they don't care. Like it's a whole chain of react, a chain
it
of,
really is.
yeah. We got to
It
care
really
first.
is.
We got to care first.
And just as people, period, like I feel like how it was when we were young, like just with families and with
Mm.
the climate of it. St. Louis always probably had its, little ups and downs and bad sides or whatever, but it wasn't like it is now.
No, a lot of people say St. Louis been bad. Every time we start talking about
Yeah.
stuff that, but
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It
I
had this bad.
don't
Like I remember in a movie or something, they will always put St. Louis like your car get your wheels gone and
know.
stuff. Like
Right.
it always be but
I just don't remember it being that bad like that. Like I guess I was a kid, so it didn't affect me. But
yeah,
we had different things to do. We had different family morals, and the moral foundation was a little different. Like everybody probably had a dolphin in their family, but it just wasn't like the whole family was dolphins. You know what I'm saying? So like it's
yeah,
just a different climate. But I think in the end, love gonna win. It doesn't matter. I think in the
yeah,
end, love is gonna win because love gonna always conquer hate. So it doesn't matter about none of that. And I feel like you and other people that's doing the work, it makes a difference. It's a trickle down effect. Like when we go out and we do the work and we affect one person, that one person might affect 10, and 10 might affect 1,000. You just gotta
definitely
keep doing the work, and it's gonna figure itself out. It's gonna figure
for
itself out.
sure.
So what songs is your baby writing at 5? I wanna know.
Girl, he got a song called "Bark Like a Dog" and
uh,
it's hard. But it's a kid song, you know what I'm
right.
saying? But he be like, bark like a dog and wiggle like a worm and play all
Okay.
day.
Okay.
Like, it's cool.
You might
He
need to
got a
put that
couple of
on
bangers,
something.
you know.
You might need to put
I
that
want
on
him to
there.
Yeah, we working on it. We working on it. My son,
Okay.
I'm just trying to, I'm trying not to force music on him
Mm,
because he still is 5. You know what I'm saying? But he wants to do it, but I gotta just figure out the way to make it make sense. Cause like even I be so leery of stuff. Like even doing the putting him on on social media and stuff. Like I
right.
be like,
Right.
I'm not. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just that's weird to me a little bit, and I don't be knowing how to balance it. It's a work in progress.
Yeah, if you have another one, you won't care as much. Now, just talking because I'm like, number one, I was like, oh my god, we just have to protect it. Please put the. We're gonna carry the baby on
Yes,
a gilded pillow,
yes,
and we're gonna walk around. And my baby can't just touch the ground. But by number three, baby, you be like, look, I don't care. Just go sit down over there, chill out, whatever. Anyway, next, because I got five,
yeah.
so yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So
okay,
okay.
mama. Okay, mama.
Yeah, I know, right? They grown. I've done it. But you never. I don't care. People say I can't wait till my baby get grown so they can get out. No, you're gonna always be mama. Mama is mama, and that's just it. They don't.
Yeah,
They never go nowhere. So don't believe that. And why would you want them to? Honestly, like I
yeah,
hate when people say that kind of stuff. So okay.
yeah.
So your son is a songwriter. That's so dope. Your mom still. You got that foundation of church. When did you like? Are you still go to your mom's church?
Sometimes I actually went there the other day to my friend's daughter's funeral, which was really sad. Or R.I.P. to
Yeah.
my girl Kiana. But I go sometimes. Like I go, I feel different ways about spirituality. So
Mhm.
I go when I need to or when I feel like I should.
Yeah, I watch a lot of documentaries. I do too. I feel different too as I've grown up. I feel like the traditional way that we've learned things, we just have to stay educated and constantly evolving education. But um I watch a lot of documentaries and it seems like a lot of people who have become famous or whatever, their foundation was in church. So I'm thinking,
Yeah,
yeah.
I feel like so honestly, I feel like no matter what your belief is,
Mm,
it's still all teaching you the principles of living and being good or just choosing the right things. You know what I'm saying? It's teaching
mm,
you love, it's teaching you kindness, discipline, you know what I'm saying? Each whether it's Buddha, Jesus,
right.
whatever
No
your
matter.
preference
Mm,
is trying to teach you the right principles of living righteously. You know what I'm saying? Or just giving your life to God, period. But I do feel like, like you said, we gotta expand our knowledge and
mm,
really do what works for you. And
right.
everybody got a different path. And I think people, period, right now just be so pressed about people agreeing with them and current, like feeding into whatever your beliefs is. And
Right.
that's just unrealistic. Everybody different. So you gotta allow people to do their thing, whether you agree with it or not. And that goes for everything, not just church or not just, what I'm saying, not just one thing.
Right.
Like
Period.
whatever it is.
Yes.
Period.
Whatever it is. Period. Point blank.
Yes.
So let's get into your fashion sense, cause you always like when I it's okay. So you're always graceful and you're always elegant, and you always wear
Thank you.
things that compliment you. Like, do you have somebody that shops for you? Do you get your clothes from a certain place? Your dresses, they always compliment the vibe. Like
Thank
it's
you.
all the vibe.
So
It's all the
I
vibe.
love clothes. So let's
Mm,
start with that. I've been into fashion. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a fashion designer. That was one of my things I wanted to do. And I actually went to school for fashion design, but I dropped out because it was a lot going on in my life at that time. But
mm,
I always love fashion, so I do all my own shopping. I shop at different stores. I was working with Edgy Chic Boutique. Shouts out to Edgy Chic
oh
Boutique.
yeah,
They
shout
have
out.
some really cute clothes, and I am a brand ambassador for them. And I get some stuff from different plus size. I like online shopping to me, the key to online shopping is knowing your measurements and reading the reviews. But I be
Right.
online finding all stuff and mixing and matching stuff. I'm trying to find something to worth the Orton Soul right now that you brought
Right.
that up. I
I
gotta find
I don't know
something.
what I'm wearing either, and I got a surprise if everything worked out the way I wanted to. I got a surprise for that particular show too. We gonna talk about that in a minute. Yeah, like
Okay.
when you just struck a nerve right there when you said know your measurements, cause I don't know my measurements. I don't
Yeah,
know my
know your
measurements.
measurements because when you look at they size chart, then you say, okay, this gonna fit me or this ain't gonna fit. And so, like on certain sites, it'll say fits loose or fits big or
Mhm.
fits just right. So I just be reading the, what I'm saying, I be reading the stuff so I can get the right fit because I know what, I know what look good on me. So I want to
Right.
accentuate. The key to dressing is accentuate your, what I'm saying, your best, whatever your
Right.
best thing is,
Right. I always
accentuate your
accentuate the
curves or whatever,
tatas.
you know.
Yeah, true. Cause I always accentuate the tatas. Cause I don't got no big old booty, so I don't be knowing.
Okay. And as
Yeah.
long as you know, keep it going,
Right,
keep it
and
going.
just keep it pushing. So do you? And plus, you buy your clothes. I can tell that you buy your clothes to fit where you're comfortable when you're playing, and you can just, it's the arm, it's the
Yeah,
flow, it's everything just ties in
yeah.
so
I
eloquently.
really like being comfortable when I'm performing. Like that's really important to me. I try to buy.
What happened? What happened to my guest? What happened to my guest? She lost her signal. She lost her signal. Well, hopefully she'll be back. I think she'll be back. I think she lost her signal. So we gonna give her a second to see if she can come back. Boop, 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 boop. But anyway, until she does, we gonna take a second. Just in case she come back. Cause I don't wanna start, cause I start talking, y'all already know I will. I start talking and I won't stop. So, alright, I'm gonna do local love real quick while she fix her signal. Hopefully she can come back. So local love, right? I'm gonna give a shout out for local love to Boy 922. Okay. I don't know. She bumped off. So Belle has left. So she probably will come back. Look, this the ghetto podcast ever.
That's her. That's her phone, not us.
No, it's okay. Whichever one it is. I'm saying.
Oh, you can talk.
Not with you in the thing.
I'm not in the thing. What thing? What thing am I in?
In the video. In my video.
Yeah, well,
Not cotton cleaning. Cotton cleaning.
Alright, well, she's not here
Okay. So anyway, I was finna say boy 922, but I'm gonna go with. I'm just gonna say to both of these guys. So shout out to boy 922. It used to be my homeboy, but I don't really go out that much no more because I started working at a bar, and it just wasn't really that much fun to go out to a bar after you're working at a bar. So now that I no longer work at said bar, I can kind of move around a little bit, and I love the fact that I can move around. Um, I had a friend in from Belize, right, and he was just here for overnight, so he wanted the experience, the St. Louis experience. So we went to Classics Bar and Grill. It's in North County, and we had a fabulous time. We had so much fucking fun. Seriously, if you ever in St. Louis and you ever want a cool place to go chill, it's chill on the weekdays. But now on the weekends, it's another motherfucking story. That place is out of control on the weekends because it's a vibe. It's like a real life vibe, okay? The food is lit. It don't really matter what you get. Like on the weekend and Sunday, they got lamb chops. Saturday, they got barbecue. All these type of things going on, and the food is really, really good. I've had I'm from St. Louis, so I've been to quite a few restaurants in St. Louis, and I'm going to say they probably got the best chicken I've had in a while. And you think everybody can do chicken, but everybody cannot do chicken. I'm sorry, they just can't. Um, some people chicken greasy. Some people chicken, I don't know, is look old, taste old, over fried, under fried, pink attitude, and I feel privileged to spend my money at that establishment. Plus, the people were very receptive. Everybody was having a good time. Nobody was there for the drama. Like, it was a vibe. It was a complete vibe. Thank you, Mike Jones over at Classics. I had a ball at your bar. And, keep up the good work. Keep up the good fucking work because you're doing a great job over there, okay? Now, one more place I'm going to say local love was Board 922 because like I said, I don't go out often, so this was Monday. So Tuesday I went out too, because it was one of the bartender's birthday, who was also the owner's daughter. So I went and hung out for a minute for her birthday, and I'm gonna say it was absolutely lit. It was lit. Happy birthday, Jayla. Happy birthday, girl. And Jayla is always a vibe. Jayla is fun. She got the best attitude ever. I've never been around her. She did not make me feel welcome or whatever. So, happy birthday, Jayla. Shout out to 922 for bringing the city out. And yeah, now I'm done with all that shit for a minute because I'm not going out no more. Like, I got too much stuff to do. Like, I went out and I was like, damn, I got homework. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy because I can't fail. I'm not retaking these damn classes. Okay, who does that? Who does that? So I went to school before and I did fail, but I really didn't give a shit about school. So here I am again in school taking classes at 40 plus, whatever. So what? Don't worry about it. Anyway, but it's definitely dope though. Like, I am definitely very much happy that I went back to school. I am learning a lot, plus the environment. Like, sometimes it's really not about what you learn. It's kind of just more so about being in a productive, conducive environment where everybody is there to learn and absorb the positivity that's around you. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, places, and things can make your life like a Debbie Downer. Say you're around people all the time and these people Debbie Downers or whatever. So you become a Debbie Downer when you really not even a fucking Debbie Downer. Like, energies, environments, stuff like that. If you put yourself in a productive environment, you are going to become more productive. Your language will change. Your attitude will change. Just things, period, in your life will begin to shift because you have placed yourself in a more positive, more productive environment. If you are always in a negative environment, nobody's being productive. Nobody's doing shit of any, it doesn't matter. All you doing is drinking every day. All you doing is going out. All you doing is in everybody fucking business, arguing and all this silly shit. That's going to be your energy, your attitude. So you should think about that. Place yourself in environments where people are trying to learn and do better and grow and be amazing. So we were supposed to talk for an hour. So now I'm just going to go off the riff. Now, Belle, we have a show coming up together. It's actually her event. This is a part of what she do. She's amazing, right? So we're doing it's the 13th year for this event, and it's a 3-level event space, and she has different arts on each level. It's called the 13th Annual Art and Soul Live Music Festival. So it's comedy, it's art, it's DJ, it's live music, it's everything dealing in the nature of the art world and entertainment. It is really a dope event, and this year will be my first year being a part of said event. And I'm proud about that. I'm happy about that. Belle is a very dope person. Like she said, I was her very first host for her very first Mic Check Monday. I was there every week. It was dope. It was at an African restaurant. And I remember it like it was yesterday. She had a live band. She always been a person who thinks ahead of the game. And she just never stopped. She's been a mover and shaker. And she's a brown girl. And I love that for her. And she just been moving all around the country. Like, we didn't get to talk about the fact that she's been in New York. We were just getting into the comfortability of the interview, and I think her phone, her signal dropped or something. But she's been in New York. Like, she's been so many places. Her and this violin that she has taken her some amazing places. She's been with dignitaries. She's played for dignitaries. She's played in weddings. She's played for I don't know, mental health awareness. She's played like whatever you can think of. Politicians, like whatever you can think of, she's pretty much done it with that violin. Because her violin, what I see her kind of like doing mostly, where people get the aha moment with her is how she could, like I said, take today's music and turn it into, she could play Maxwell, she could play I don't know, whatever you could come up, whatever you could think of, because now I know she can play by ear. So she's just a very talented sister, and I love that for her. So shout out to Belle. And October the 20th is the date. You can look it up on Eventbrite. The tickets are, I think, $20, but it would be me. I mean, it's a plethora of people. It's just an all-day kind of event, and she's gonna have a lot of people there. I mean, poets are coming in to bless the mic. Other comedians are coming in to bless the mic. Got comedians, poets, artists that actually paint, that do amazing artwork from St. Louis and surrounding areas. It's a really dope event. So if you ain't doing nothing on October the 20th, which happens to be my birthday week, shout out to me, Scorpio Nation, period. Then, yeah, I'm going to need you to pop out to that event. But I also have another private event coming up on my birthday. Shout out to me. And I was asked to put together a private event on the rooftop. And I will be going live, so stay tuned for that. I said, boy, God's just moving, baby. He's moving. So, the weather in St. Louis with everything that's going on in Florida and Hurricane Milton, and I think one of them is it Hurricane Daniel? I got to look it up. But it's about 3 of them. I know. It's every time I turn it on, it's like wow, these people. And I got a couple of friends. I always call and check on them. One I haven't heard from in a couple of days or whatever. What now? I haven't heard from him in a couple of days. Oh, she didn't come back on. Okay. I did hear a beep too. She hasn't come. I mean, he hasn't. I'm gonna check on him today actually and see if he's okay. But just y'all stay strong out there. Like, Mother Nature is not playing, and it's some. I read some conspiracy theories today of how the government. Okay, how the government is. Do I click over here?
To admit.
Is allowing can make hurricanes, but I don't believe that. Hey, oops,
Hey,
your phone died.
girl, yes, I am so sorry.
It's okay. I figured it did something like that. Yeah, I was just telling them
Yeah,
about your event, and I was saying you'll probably come back when you get your phone back together. So what we talking
yeah.
about?
Um, so much different stuff. I don't even know.
I
We was talking
know
about parenting and
everything.
dressing. We was talking about clothes, I think.
Right, clothes. And I think I was about to get to, because okay, so tell us about the event on the 20th. I told them about it, but I want you to tell them about it.
Okay, it's a multi-level experience. I have 3 floors at the On God Orts Hotel. So one floor is gonna be dedicated to learning, live bands, vendors, poetry, live painters. Another floor is gonna be karaoke, comedy, and culture. We have some dope photographers showing their art. We have some dope painters showing their art and painting live. We got a
Hmm.
caricature artist who's gonna be drawing by his cartoon. We have uh on the rooftop. It's gonna be really lit. So come
Okay.
on out, have a good time. This is my 13th year doing it. So, I'm just trying to keep it going, man. Keep the dream alive, doing it for artists, connecting, collaborating, doing great things.
Okay. So how did that first start, and when was the first year you ever the first year of conception?
The first year of conception, I want to say, was 2011.
Mm.
And it came about because I was a bartender at this spot called Nubia and another spot called Twisted Olive. And they was right down the street from each other. And then right up the street from that was the end spot. So I was asking all the club owners, could we work together and have a night that we all have something going on. So we put it together. It was me and the club owners who really did it that year. And then after that, I just kept it going, but it always had three elements.
Okay. It always had three elements or three floors.
So the first one was three spots. They was
Oh.
all on Delmore, and you could walk
Okay.
in and each out of each club and experience a different vibe, kind of like the same way I'm doing it with the levels this time. But originally, it was three different locations. All of them. You don't remember the end spot on
Yeah,
Delmore,
I
right there
do.
on that corner,
Yep, I
the
do.
end spot, and then I want to say Nubia was like next to where Renee's was at, probably a
Okay.
barbershop or something now. And then Twisted Olive was where that A&A Fish House is in now.
So that was the first year.
That was the first year. And then from there, I had it at Third Degree Glass Factory. I had it at Dot Zack. I had it at the City. I had it at a couple of spots. I had it at Hit Zone. I had it at a few spots, but now I try to do. Like last year, I had it in for the past 2 years.
Mm.
Before that, I had Third Degree Zach for like 3 years because I like those venues. Like
Mm.
those are just very nice spots.
Okay. So, how do you keep it going? What would you tell somebody who is, because you make it sound so effortless, and I know it's not. 13 years consecutive. So, what would you tell someone who is trying to get off into this, or who is actually doing events and is kind of getting over it in a spot where they like ready to give up?
I would say you got to be solution oriented. You got to connect with the right people, and you have to include other people to make it better. Like the more we work together, the bigger each of our things is gonna be. Cause the people who I know don't know you, and the people who you know don't know
Right.
me. So if we all popping, then we all gonna be popping. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of my viewpoint on it. But I know, like, some people work together more than others. Like I have with a lot of great people who doing big things, you know what I'm saying, big projects, big things. So I love
Mm.
a collaborative effort, and I just think we need more of that.
Yeah, you always been a person who would share your expertise or just bring people in. And that's another great thing about you. Like, you've never been like a gatekeeper at
Thank you.
all. You always been one of the people that's like,
Ever.
I got a stage, you got a stage. You just come on my stage. Just but
Uh,
you ain't but don't get it twisted, because you from the north side. So you ain't gonna allow no bullshit. Like, they know the nice Belle. And Belle, you are a beautiful spirit or whatever, but maybe that north side, if you pitch it a little bit, it will rear its ugly head. So I'm thinking, like, women as bosses.
I try to
Mm.
be balanced. I try not to
Right.
even, people be trying me. I've gone through some things, but
Mm.
I'm blessed. I just, try to stay focused.
Right. I think staying focused is the hardest part.
Yeah, I mean,
And how
to
do you
me,
stay focused?
Uh, I would say just by being I'm motivated. Like I'm staying focused because this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Mm.
So I feel like a lot of times you got to be driven by your purpose or your passion, like what you really want to do. Otherwise you're not really gonna want to do it. You know what I'm saying? You got what it takes for anything that you really want. And that's what I feel like, period. Like think about the person you really love. You'll go out your way,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? Treat your dream like that, and then that's how you know you really want it. So you just got to be solution oriented, figure out how to overcome those hurdles, and keep going. Cause I really feel like when I look at different stars and celebrities, I don't even gonna say I look up to them, but just people that I watched growing up, and now I'm
Mm.
seeing them get their Grammys and Emmys, and you know what I'm saying, finally get their accolades. The one thing that they didn't do was give up.
Right. That's true. And
Like a Jamie Foxx or like them type of people who was on in Living Color and then was on, you know what I'm saying? Like all the way back then till now.
right.
So
Yeah, that's true. Cause it was something so profound that I don't even know who this person was who said it, but I remember I was watching the BET awards, and somebody won an award, and he was like, I just can't believe it. Like last year, he went up to get his award, and he said, last year I was on the couch watching the BET Awards, not even believing that I could do this, but I kept doing it, and now look at me, I'm on the BET Awards, accepting an award or whatever. So that always kind of stuck with me. That like this year might be the year. Next year might be the year. You just never know,
yeah,
and you just can't stop. Because if you stop, then what was it all for? It was all for nothing, right?
yeah,
It was all for
for real.
nothing. It was all for nothing.
And it ain't even about this or then being your time is now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
As long as you breathing, it's your season to do whatever you want to make happen.
mm.
It's kids making millions of dollars watching other kids play video games, man.
It
What?
is.
Let's go.
It is. I tried to get my nephew into that because he is a game head, but he's just like, I just want to play. I'm like, oh my God. You got to play with a purpose. Everything is with a purpose. What are you
For
playing
real.
for? What are you doing it for? You know what I'm saying?
For real.
So, okay, because I see your internet is like doing something. It's like kind of like making you sound like we
I'm getting
scratching.
bad reception. I'm
You,
in Indiana, you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I'm out of town. I don't know how it go down here,
I
but
know. It's
I'm
cool.
sorry. I
Nah,
appreciate your time.
it's
Thanks for
okay.
having me. I salute everything you doing. Keep up the
No.
great work.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You know me, I'm just a creative like yourself. I'm just going to always create something amazing because my brain won't stop braining.
For
It won't
sure.
stop braining.
Keep
So
going.
before you go, can you give the people your information or where they can reach you and the information on the event where they can buy
Okay.
tickets?
So, Art and Soul, you can purchase tickets at Art and Soul 24 at eventbrite.com. Art and Soul 24.eventbrite.com. If you use promo code CONNECT, you save $15 on your ticket. That's just a little, for the people that's
Dang.
plugged in and connected.
Okay.
And my all my info you can find me at Bell Darus at BELLDARIS. And I hope y'all come on out. Come pull up on me October
Pull
20th.
up on
Three
us.
stories, three levels, one amazing night.
Okay. Thank you, Belle. Thank you for spending your time. We've been on here for 45 minutes. Thank you for spending your time with me. I appreciate you.
No
And
problem.
I am in awe of you and everything that you do. You are an amazing individual. I'm so proud of you. And thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right. I'll
Thanks for
see you on the
having me.
sun.
Have a good night.
You
Appreciate you.
too. All right.
All right. Peace.
Later. Yeah, that's my girl. So, anyway, that's Bill, like I said. And next week, actually I was supposed to have a co-host tonight, but he needed a haircut, so he didn't show up or would not. So anyway, like I said, my birthday is coming up, so you know what that means. I'm about to do the same thing I do all the time. It don't mean shit. It mean that it's my birthday. I'm thanking God for another year. on this earth, and wellness and health and whatever. I don't really do the big birthday thing where everybody shining a light on me and I'll be twerking, and I don't. It's not my thing, but I do like to participate in other people's stuff when they do it because it's whatever that makes you happy. Okay, whatever floats your boat. My boat is always floated real nicely with a nice dinner, nice wine, quiet and peace and quiet, or with family and close friends, close family, close friends. I'm not a big birthday girl. I never, probably because I didn't really grow up having big birthday parties, so it doesn't matter to me. It just seems like a lot of people, well, not even a lot of people, because usually if you have a birthday party, you usually flip the bill for yourself. So like you have a birthday party, you spend the money for the cake, you spend the money for the food, you spend the money for the venue, unless you got like a husband, boyfriend, or something like that. It just becomes to me a bit painstaking. It's like it makes your birthday not enjoyable. Sometimes I just take my birthday to chill out and just relax all day. But this year, God saw fit, so I had to have me booked on that day. I didn't even know what I was doing, and then I just said, "Oh, I don't know what I'm doing on my birthday," and then I got booked. And that's the best birthday present. Making money on your birthday is the absolute best. Making money doing what you love is the absolute best birthday present I can never wish for. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about a lot of things. So that was another episode of Miss Me Out the Dark, because I'm about to burn out on y'all. Like, we was going to do an hour. Internet was tripping, but that's okay. I am so glad with the information that we got. And if you got a kid that you might be interested in putting them in strings, I am going to tag the information that she gave me, because that was dope. Like, I didn't know it was you could rent a violin or a bass or anything like that. I didn't know. See, information is key. That's why these type of interviews are important. You can rent it for $25. You don't have to actually have the money to buy the violin straight out if you wanted to get your kids in there, because inner city youth, or sometimes not even inner city youth, just people right now, we're kind of like in a somewhat depression, and the money is not money. We all need, a little help here and there, and we got to keep these kids productive. We have to keep them busy to keep them out the streets. If you don't keep your kid busy, they get bored with stuff and they just start acting up, doing the most, doing whatever. And the key is to keep them busy. So that was some very valuable information. So you don't have to have the money to go out and just buy a violin or buy a cello or whatever. Let them try it. Then we also have a person who teaches it that takes payments and stuff like that. So information is key. We gonna always get to the tea, baby. Don't miss me out the dark, because I am your host, Yolanda Misunderstood Brown, and it is what I do. I am so in love with people and so interested in just the inner makings and workings of, what keeps people going, and their beginnings and the things that they go through to get where they're going. Because, like I said, I've watched her. She was always a go-getter. So, yeah, I'm proud of her. So, that's another episode of Miss Me Out the Dark. I am your host, Yolanda Misunderstood Brown. I am a comedian. I am a whatever. I'm everything. I can't tell you all the shit I do. I do so many things, I have lost count. So now I'm narrowing it down, because I need to focus on a couple of things. I need to add a couple of things to my repertoire, but I need to delete a couple of things as well. I need to delete a couple of things as well. So stay tuned, because I will be adding some new, I want to say not a label, but that's what I call things. People call themselves labels. I'll be adding a new thing, to my repertoire. I'll keep y'all posted. It's going to be a new year, new me, all right. And I don't mean with no fake ass booty or no shit like that, because I'm not even interested in that. Do y'all realize y'all booties getting played out? Did y'all know y'all booties was getting played out? Yeah. The Being Coalition has spoken. Fake booties getting played out. And I got a video for that. Like, I pulled up a video and I'm going to play it probably at home on my StreamYard. It's a good video that asks some very valid questions. It's a young lady saying it. And I want to know if y'all agree or not. And I kind of agree with her to some extent. To some extent. And I'll play that later. Okay, basically, I'll just tell you quickly what it's about. She said that women with fake bodies are like trophy pieces. Men don't wife them. They don't wife them. They just walk around with them or whatever. Women with regular bodies, but maybe like fit or whatever. Those are the women that men wife. Those are wifey material. And overweight women get men who use them, who try to use, who attempt to use. Now, I could be offended, but I won't. Because you know why I won't be offended? I won't be offended because I'm a chunky girl or whatever. And I have gotten some men who came across kind of userly. Yeah, that's a word I use, userly. Meaning they kind of think, because I have even had one man tell me, Yolanda, you chunky, you got to pay me. But of course he was a loser. Of course he was a loser. And I paid his ass no fucking attention. And still got everything I needed from him. So that wasn't true. That wasn't true. I didn't pay him shit. Then it's some men that just like chunky women. It ain't, so that can't be true. Every man is not out to use a woman if she's chunky. Some men really just like thicker women. Now, yeah, this is some bullshit. She lied, because as I sit here and think about it, every woman that's fit is not wifey material. Some women are fit because they are obsessively fit because they be in the gym 24 and some more. It's a lifestyle. A lot of men and women who overdo it in the gym are doing that. It's almost like they do that because it is something that suffices for something else. Like drinking is, you could be depressed and drink, or so they go to the gym. It's the same thing. A lot of times it's like depression, anxiety, stuff like that. Or maybe they just want to be fit. I don't fucking know. But I know her video is a lie. So we're going to talk about that more on StreamYard when I'm at home. So, this was interesting. Another episode of Miss Me After Dark. I'm your host, Yolanda Misunderstood Brown. And do you. Do whatever you do. Don't worry about the naysayers, because at the end of the day, it's all about you. First, you are your first line of defense, okay? It's all about you and what you think about you, because nobody else can do you like you do you. It's only one you, so like what the fuck does it matter? You know, at the end of the day, do you. Wear that dress, wear that outfit, take that trip, wear those shoes, because if what you do don't negatively affect others, then do it. Live your life, boo. Live your life. I'm Yolanda Misunderstood Brown, and that is the end of Miss Me After Dark. I'm out of here. See y'all next week, or see y'all on live, or see y'all outside, baby. I'm gone. You are lying. That's crazy.